Yes. Cut my music.
Raw review for Monday, September 8th. This Raw was, I would pretty much say, even though the matches went fast, this was another terrible Raw that got nobody over and progressed nothing. Nothing was progressed, and this is terrible.
If you take away the AJ Lee segment, then you have nothing happening on this show.
This is terrible. And so and we're just going to get right into it. Like, I'm no cold opener, nothing. We're just going to get right into it. So we got to start off with people arriving to work. This angers me. Every Raw or SmackDown is the beginning is people coming with coffees to work.
Yep.
Because we have to fill time by showing this crap. So people arriving to work is how we start every show now. Okay? And then after that, we waste more time by having a 10-minute Yeet session with the Yeet Man. And then he comes out with Jimmy Uso, which is even more eating.
Monday Night Raw now. We're on Monday Night Raw, bro.
Obviously, Monday Night Raw, obviously that ain't happening because that belt got taken off of him within a month.
That's crazy.
Because that man was not moving viewership, okay? Terrible. So we come out with a 10-minute, like I said, another 10, 15-minute Yeet session. Once again, to participation trash, just to get everybody included. Everybody's rocking.
The kids be rocking.
The kids is rocking. They got the plants in there. But once again, this stuff is not equating to views, okay? People are not watching the Yeet Man. And especially not watching Big Jim, what I call mid Jim.
Wow, mid Jim?
Mid-sized Jim. Get out of here. So they come out. They're interrupted by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Okay, they come out. So these guys need Paul Heyman so bad.
So bad.
Oh, so bad. But I'm going to tell you who else needs somebody on the mic. Jay and Jimmy Uso, because these two are atrocious on the mic.
You ain't like the way they were playing off each other?
They are terrible. Of course, they're going to end this terrible promo with the 4 letters, 1 word, and then, to get the participation from the crowd, the yee, all this other trash. It was just garbage all around. Like I said, Bronson, Braun, Jay, and Jimmy have no business on the mic.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
I would also say that of the 4, and this is the guy that they're saying is the future of the industry, Braun Breaker is the worst on the mic. How is Bronson Reed cutting better promos than you? Come on.
Are you talking about between those two, or are you talking
about out of all 4 of them? I think Braun Breaker was the worst
Jay
on the mic.
Uso is the worst. Jay was cutting. Go back and watch Jay's title reign and watch those promos that Jay was cutting. That's part of the reason they had to get his ass up off that belt.
Yeah, 52. Okay. He only had it for 52 days.
All right, let's keep it moving. So so LA Knight comes out and he attacks Bronson and Braun from behind. LA Knight gets them down. And what's cool about this is LA Knight is holding his own. Then, of course, Braun and Bronson are going to, overpower him. They get him into the ring, LA Knight into the ring. LA Knight is about to hit his finisher. But then, and this is what, once again, this is where we get into the nonsense. Jay Uso is right there in front of LA Knight. LA Knight is about to hit the BFT on Bronson. Bronson pushes LA Knight from behind into Jay into the corner. Jay is talking about chill. I'm like, why does he need to chill when you just saw him got pushed?
And LA Knight was like, bro, I got you.
He was like, I got you.
But that's the point. Jay can clearly see that this man was pushed. He acting like, come on, man.
WWE, this is a way for WWE to create cheap heat between these two faces because once again, it makes no sense. It's a difference between if Jay had his back turned and then he did not see the push.
Right.
But if you see the push,
looking directly at it,
why are you telling LA Knight to chill? So LA Knight is like, I got you. So LA Knight, you can see he kind of turns around, kind of cuts his eyes back. And then obviously Bronson comes in, hits Jay with a splash in the corner. Jay gets packed up, which is kind of hilarious. Then Jimmy comes with the super kick, packs Bronson up out of the ring. The crowd goes crazy. And this is what we get to start the show off with.
And here's a tidbit. It's being reported that LA Knight might join the Vision. I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't go that route.
That'd be the dumbest thing.
But it's been floated.
It makes no sense. Once again, that's just as dumb as Bronson and Braun joining the thing. Once again, Braun drops the title, drops the IC belt. Obviously, the progression belt is going to be the world championship. Now you're playing bodyguard to this guy. Bronson Reed hits this man with 7 tsunamis. And Paul Heyman said did the most devastating job on this man, worse than even what CM Punk and Roman did. And yet he's up here.
Right. They were beefing hard at one point.
So now you got LA Knight potentially can be up under Seth. Terrible. This stuff is stupid. But like I said, I will give this thing props for the matches ran smoothly. These matches were about 3 minutes.
That's
all crazy. Of these matches were 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
So the next up, we get this short match. We get the Grande Americano, aka Kaiser, Ludwig Kaiser, and when it comes out with this other jobber, who's now his manager, I guess, versus AJ Styles.
And they didn't even give the man no name. They just was like another Americano. Like, what?
You already know Kaiser's job when they did that. So they having a little back and forth. Once again, this match was short. They having a little short back and forth. The jobber manager gets up on the ropes and tries to interfere. When out comes Dragon Ball Lee, comes up out of nowhere. And then I guess, so Dragon Ball Lee packs up the manager.
He's a jobber too.
He's a mega jobber. And then so this distraction leads to Kaiser tries to hit a fruit roll up on AJ, but then AJ reverses that into a Styles clash.
Into a 6 Styles clash because AJ is a beast, yo.
Look very beautiful, but guess what? This leads to nothing. This makes Kaiser look like more of a jobber. It makes the manager look like a jobber because he doesn't even have a name. He just called another Americano.
They just was like another Americano. And I would say this also from the character. I feel like Chad Gable was a better El Grande Americano than Ludwig Kaiser.
Chad Gable should not be a Grande Americano.
True.
He should just be a regular wrestler who is getting over a Kurt Angle. This is terrible. This match was terrible. But to continue the shit show that we got going, we have Lyra versus Raquel, another short match that proves nothing and got nobody over. And then one looks like a jobber. Okay? So they're having the average match at best, Lyra and Raquel having the average match at best. Once again, because this is a 3-minute match. This is not a long match.
And I was watching the show and I did not realize how fast the matches were going.
They were going quick because they had to get these promo segments in to fill the time. So Lyra's going to the top rope, and then she tries to hit a kick on Raquel. Raquel reverses the kick into a Tahana
bomb.
Tahana bomb. I keep trying to remember that name. Until Tahana bomb, which was the best part of the match. And she gets to 1, 2, 3, and then guess what? Lyra is now back to looking like a jobber.
But they were pushing Lyra so hard. Why drop her down the card now?
None of this stuff makes
because they don't do anything with Raquel. This is probably one of Raquel's first wins in a while.
Stupid. This is Triple H TKO booking right here. Just straight nonsense. Another trash Raw.
Wow.
Okay. So next up, we got AJ Lee comes out. So finally, we getting some. This is bringing some energy into the event here. So AJ Lee comes out. She's wearing the IC title belt that she stole from Becky. Why is she still wearing this belt and they haven't gotten it back from her? I don't know. I guess these wrestlers just have that type of power, just to take belts from each other and to keep them.
They're like, this is my belt now. I know I didn't win it, but it's mine.
This makes no sense. So she cuts a promo, which is a decent AJ promo, cuts a promo. Then out comes Becky and Seth, right? They just come out and suck the air out of the room, okay?
You ain't like Becky?
Becky,
I got my Becky shirt on.
Becky is atrocious.
Becky is like that.
Becky is doing some of the worst work I have ever seen. I am just over Becky. Get her up out of here. Pack her up.
What?
So AJ puts the belt on the ground behind her. Becky sends Seth into the ring to go get the belt back. So Seth tries to go get the belt, pick the belt up behind AJ. She steps in front of him. He goes steps to the other side to go get the belt. She steps in front of him. This obviously makes no sense because Seth Rollins outweighs her by at least 150 pounds.
He's a gentleman. He's not going to put his hands on a woman.
I missed the old WWE when AJ Lee did that. She would have got a choke slam or a power bomb
or RKO
or RKO. Something crazy would have happened to him. But we're in the age of you can't hurt the women, but they're trying to put the women on the pedestal with the men. So to make it make sense. So he tells Seth tells AJ she doesn't deserve the belt, and then out comes Punk. Punk comes out. He tries to hit Seth with the go to sleep. Seth ends up escaping. Seth gets outside. Seth ends up getting on the mic. He ends up making a match between Becky and AJ at WrestlePalooza, which of course this upsets Becky, right? And then AJ kisses the belt and then throws the belt out of the ring at Becky.
And we all knew this was going to happen. This WrestlePalooza, we called it already. Other people have called it. We knew what was going to happen. That's more transparent booking from WWE. Like, this it's easy.
Once again, and then great way to discredit your belt by having your talent just throw the belt around
I hate
like
that.
It's nothing.
I hate when they do that.
When Vince was around, this was like you threw that belt around, your ass lost that belt. You are not throwing that belt around. So she just kissed the belt and just tossed it out of the ring. I was like, what was the point of you even taking it and holding on to it if you're just going to disrespect it?
I know. She says she slept with it.
Once again, this stuff is just nonsensical trash. And then to continue on with the trash, up next, we got Penta versus Rusev. Nobody is interested in this match. The crowd seemed dead for this match. This match was straight up ass. Nobody's checking for Penta. Nobody's checking for Rusev. Seriously. They're going back and forth. Once again, another short match. Penta sits there. He got Rusev on the ground, beating him up. Penta tries to go to the top rope. Here comes Xavier Woods to try to interfere in the match. Penta kicks Xavier Woods, goes to the top rope, tries to do a splash. I don't know why he's doing a splash because you can see Rusev is clearly up. So what the hell you're trying to splash, I don't know. But he jumps off the top rope. Rusev packs him up with a Mashka kick for the 1, 2, 3. And then I guess Penta just, once again, Penta looks like a jobber.
And why is New Day not wrestling? Like
they had that great heel turn and then just it's like when you win a belt in the WWE, that's vacation time. That is vacation time for you, or that is time to where you just do not get booked. It is terrible how they do this stuff.
When you lose your title, they seem like they don't care. They never go back for it or try to get a rematch or anything. All New Day has been doing is mourning the fact that they lost the titles, but they have not been challenging the champions for a rematch to their title. It makes no sense.
All of this stuff is trash. Why are you giving Rusev airtime? You are not doing anything with him. Why are you giving Penta airtime? These are mid-card jobbers. These guys do not. You can be giving this opportunity to other people in the back that deserves it. Once again, this just proves this show is terrible. And then once again, now we continue on with the shit show that is known as Monday Night Raw. We have another short 3-minute match between Nikki Bella and Asuka. This match was icing on the cake of nonsense. Okay, and we're just going to go into it real quick and why this was nonsense. So Asuka is beating up Nikki Bella, right? Then Asuka eventually hits her with the Empress Impact. Okay,
I like that.
Then Asuka goes for the Asuka lock, and then Nikki taps out. This is her second match back. Why do you have her already? Or why is she already jobbing?
Hold on. She's facing Asuka, though. You knew. Come on.
Asuka is a jobber.
Asuka is a jobber?
Asuka, WWE is not doing anything with Asuka. She is riding coattails.
EO's
coattails right now. She's riding the coattails of the EO Rhea Ripley storyline right now. This was terrible. Why bring Nikki Bella back to have her job, her second match?
Well, I think they shouldn't even have put her against Oscar then, because there was no way in heck Nikki was going to beat Oscar. Like,
It's like,
I would have been offended if Nikki would have won that match.
This is just terrible. This is terrible. And I guess all of these matches were short, so we can spend more time on this main event, which was
AJ's promo was like 20 minutes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So short matches and long promos, like
it's
what?
Like long promos and long segments. That I forgot. I purposely left the AJ promo out because it was just long-winded trash. AJ cannot cut a promo to save his life. He's better than Jay, but that's
AJ Lee's promo was 20 minutes.
You're right. No,
AJ Styles promo.
AJ cut a long promo, but so did AJ Lee.
I'm like, why? I mean, I know it's wrestling,
cut a long promo,
and I know, but you're going to spend 40 minutes of a 2-hour program, basically, or just wrestlers talking.
This was terrible. This is the worst. So on to the now. Now we're going to just put the icing on the cake of this trash shit show that we call Monday Night Raw with the main event. We get LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. Okay, this match was decent at best. Okay. Bronson is not going too hard. LA Knight is not going too hard. I mean, they're really not. LA Knight is about to hit the BFT. Bronson pushes Knight to the ropes, which ends up knocking Braun off of the ropes because Braun tried to interfere. Okay, this is how nonsense this stuff is. After LA Knight knocks him Braun off the rope, he sits there, looks down, and says some little trash to him, then turns around and Braun hits him with the jacket edge for the 1-2-3. Why do you have LA Knight looking weak like this?
Constantly.
This is terrible.
Like, when was the last time he won? When he got that BS win over Seth Rollins?
Now
he does not win matches, yo.
The last match that he had, they did have him. They had somebody else eat the pin. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but they had somebody else eat the pin and not him. I think it was Jim or Jay Uso.
It was a 4-way, and I think CM Punk got pinned.
One of them, but at least LA Knight did not eat the pin. But LA Knight eating this pin from Bronson was terrible. So of course Bronson and Braun end up jumping LA Knight. Then out comes Jimmy for the save. Okay, Jimmy comes out for the save, and then Jimmy gets beat up. So now we make Jimmy look like even more of a jobber.
Because when was the last time he won something?
This is terrible.
Like, who is booking this, yo?
So Bronson. Okay. So Jay comes out to save Jimmy. So instead of Jay just coming down and running in to help, Jay comes down and does this slow creeper move and then runs down to go and then finishes running. So this reminds me of when, I think it was TNA, when Jeff Hardy was coming out to help Matt Hardy.
Matt getting his ass whooped in the ring.
Matt was getting beat up, and Jeff is at the top of the ring.
Like, who stops to dance while their brother is getting beat?
This is beyond stupid. So this almost reminded me of that. I was like, this is beyond dumb. So eventually, Jay gets in. Bronson gets eaten up by a super kick, and then Braun gets heat with some yeet punches. Okay, all you the crowd yeet. Okay, so Jay ends up hitting Bronson with another yeet punch and a kick, and then Jay turns around and then gets eaten by Braun's spear. Okay, so Braun is up there, he's amped up. Braun gets Jay and Jimmy in position for a tsunami from Bronson Reed. LA Knight comes from the outside, hits Bronson in the back with the chair. Okay, so this knocks Bronson off the top rope. He's packed up, and then LA Knight throws the chair at Braun's head. Okay, now we get into the nonsense. Braun and Bronson, they're packed up in the ring. LA Knight goes up to help Jimmy Uso get up, right? Because they've been packed up out the ring. So now it's just Jimmy and Jay and LA Knight in the ring. LA Knight goes to pick Jimmy up. They're up there exchanging pleasantries to each other, exchanging respect to each other. And
I
out of
respect
nowhere,
you.
Jay spears LA Knight. I said, why are you continuing this nonsense? Because it makes no sense. Because we saw earlier that Bronson pushed LA Knight into Jay.
Remember,
So why is he getting
they
revenge?
are reporting that LA Knight is going to join the Vision. This is probably going to be what makes LA Knight join the Vision. He already was mad about, he told them, he was like, hey, it's always y'all that's ruining my life. When I was going after the title, it was it was Jay that stopped me. When I was facing Roman, it was you that stopped me. So and who reported this? Sports Kita. They reported it that the rumors in WWE is that LA Knight is going to turn heel and join the Vision.
It's stupid.
That would be
Join
the
the
end of
Vision
the
for
burial
what?
for LA Knight. There's no
Join
coming back for LA Knight if he
join
joins the
for what?
burial.
What belt is he going to go after? Like
Nothing. They
it's
just want him subservient. They do not want to push this guy.
Triple H. This is a side point, and we're going to end it. Triple H has a hatred for LA Knight. I don't
I
know what
believe
it
that
is.
too.
He does not want to make money off of this guy. He wants to push Jay, get the crowd yeeting, get the crowd participating with Seth sing-alongs and all this other trash. He has something against LA Knight to where he just refuses to push him to where he needs to be. This episode of Raw was trash. This goes along with the SmackDown. I can't wait to see the ratings on this because last SmackDown was the lowest ratings it's ever had, and they got that show being led by Sami Zayn in the potential title push. So we already know this right here, this Raw is on the same trajectory. I mean, in all seriousness,
That show was bad. Outside of AJ returning,
that was
there
about
was
it.
nothing to see on that
Like,
show.
yeah, you're gonna maybe have a Brock Lesnar come out or whatever.
Yeah,
But
he came out at F5
once again,
Cena.
that makes no
So
sense. We still don't know what he said. But once again, this is just trash. This whole to me gets an F. The matches were super short. Nobody got over. Nobody was made to look better. No storyline was really progressed. It's just terrible, and this is what we're getting from now on. So that was it. This is
that
Monday
was
Night
Monday Night
Raw.
Raw, another episode of Kaka.
Here we go, Kaka Raw. So, hey, hey, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hey, I'm Mark from MD,
I'm the Black Patriot.
Black Patriot here, and if you guys can remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, really help us out promote the channel. We're back to pushing content, and also we got Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut. That's where we, probably going to hear more of a debate style kind of stuff, and probably cursing a little bit more and kind of letting our real feelings out right there. And like we
That
can't
one
really
is
do on this one.
uncut.
That's the uncut. So hey, Black Patriot and I, we're out, and we appreciate you guys. Be safe.
Peace out.
Yes. Cut my music, cut my music.